G'day folks, welcome back to the channel for episode number 25, Acid Dual-wielding Dervish, where we just hit level 70 at the end of last episode. And it's time to do a few things that I don't normally do. Now, I have a problem with this build, that being my Aether resistances are horrendous. For this point in Elite, this is like, this character's going to die if I run into anything with Aether damage. And my Chaos damage is also not amazing. But we have a solution for that problem, because just here is the Black Legion Quartermaster, and just here is Mankind's Vigil, which is an augment that you can put on all of your armor, so pants, chest, head, shoulders, gloves, boots, all of them. And it's basically free 3,000 per. So if I got, say, 4 of these, that would fix my resistance problems. But I'm only most of the way through Honored. Actually, how far do I have to go? I have 3,700 to go. And I've already done Pine Barrens, and Malmo's a little ways off. So I'm actually gonna go to Fort Icon, and I'm gonna do some bounties. I'm going to grind the reputation, even though we're coming up on Malmo. I want it before I get there because that Aether hole is a problem. So I am going to... Where's the bounty table? Here we go. I'm going to do some bounties. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do all of these bounties, because it's boring, to be honest. And the other thing we get at level 70 is new weapons from Ugdenbog and a new helmet. Now, I'm going to grind these on normal because I'm lazy and I don't want to do Forgotten Gods on Elite. However, the level 70 set is the highest one you can get on normal, I believe. So I'm going to go and do that off camera, and then I will bring you back when that's done. So just so you can see how long it's taken, we are currently at 18 hours 40 minutes played, and yeah, I'm going to go do that, and I'll bring you back when I'm finished. So see you in a bit. Okay, and this should be Revered with Black Legion. So I did, I think, six bounties. What did I do? I killed Old Briarthorn once, I killed Icrix twice, I donated an ethereal brain matter, I killed Chthonian Devourers, and I killed the, what are these guys called? Flesh Warped Commanders, I think it was. Yeah, so 6 bounties, and we are now revered, which means we come here, we go to Mankind's Vigil, grab 4 of those, and I'm going to chuck them onto various pieces of my armor. I'm not going to put them onto my helmet or my shoulders because we're about to replace those. So 19 over max, 41 over max. I'm pretty happy with that. And now it's time to go farm up some new weapons and a new hat and potentially new shoulders. So I'll go do that and I'll bring you back at the end of my farming. Alrighty, and the farming is finally done. Now, I did kill Ugdenbog probably 20 to 30 times to get these new weapons, so keep that in mind when you see the played time is now up to 20 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's about 40 minutes over the last timestamp. Don't quote me on that, because I haven't been back and watched the video recently, but it's been a little while. So I got these shoulders, basically just an armor upgrade. These have a ton of health on them. And then I got the Coven gaze of corrosion up here. This one was basically the same as the previous one, just added in some pierce resistance on that one. And the 2 weapons I went with, I got a corrosive of alacrity, and I got a corrosive of the venom claw. I did have several plague bringers, but they were always, plague bringers of celerity, so like casting speed, or plague bringers of like, cold damage or something like that. So they were no good. The other major change I made is I went and farmed the Chthonian Seals of Binding that I was short to make this Prismatic Diamond. Prismatic Diamond is a rare component. You may not have this, in fact you are very unlikely to have this. If you need this blueprint, you can get it in the Ancient Grove. If you go to Vinelton, the merchant in the Ancient Grove, check his inventory. If he has it, buy it. If he doesn't have it, go to the next floor, count to like 5 to 10 seconds, then run all the way back through the first floor, check his inventory again. You will eventually get this component recipe from him. Or just don't play with it. Like, it's a really nice component, but it's 130 damage absorption and some total speed. Like, yes, it's nice. It might save your life, but probably if you die without this, you were probably going to die with it as well. So not a big deal if you don't have it, it's fine. With that said, we are on Elite, and the other thing is I got some Kingsguard powder, again from the Black Legion. So getting revered with the Black Legion gets you 2 very good armor augments. 9 pierce and 12 poison on an augment is quite nice, and then the 9 Aether and 9 Chaos on Mankind's Vigil is also quite nice. Yeah, so that's where we're up to. Now, let's go and continue on with the story, or with the Elite. Let's head on to Barrowhome. I guess I replaced the envenomed weapons. So, put on all the buffs. And our damage should have gone up considerably. This one here, I did lose the Sanctified Bone on the helmet. Not, in my opinion, not a huge loss. I was way overcapped. I mean, I'm still 100 overcap on Vitality, so I don't care about that. And the Chaos Res is being covered by Mankind's Vigil, was it? Yeah, Mankind's Vigil is covering that. So we are definitely good. I did want to upgrade the weapons and such now before heading into Ugdenbog, because there is a lot of stuff in here that's at least a little bit resistant to poison. These plants, generally things that do poison damage, are going to be resistant to poison damage. Not always, obviously, but it's a trend rather than a rule. So having the upgraded weapons just means we kill those a little bit quicker. Alright, let's go in here. And we are here for Janaxia. We are going to kill Janaxia. And unlike the Ritualist, we don't care about these bound wraiths. The other change I've been thinking about making is, if you have a look on button 3 there, we have Ring of Steel, which I'm not using. I mean, I do use it occasionally. It's decent for an AoE. But realistically, we do a lot of AoE damage just from procs. And, yeah, this is, you know, main hand attack plus a pile of acid damage and a stun. But I can't remember the last time I actually used it. And I kind of want the point back to continue the bar, so I am thinking about losing that. Whoops, that was not the button I wanted. Having said that, it is, I believe, just 1 point at the moment. So 1 point's probably not a massive deal, and it does get us an extra attack. Does look cool too. I just forget to use it all the time. It doesn't have any devotions attached to it. I think it probably could get the devotion from the Guardians, but like the Guardians trigger that all the time. I'm constantly seeing that go off, so I'm kind of not fussed about it. so we're going to head north here. Basically just running through the forest at this point. I believe the next thing we're going to do is find the cave that has the big tree boss in it, whose name I can't remember because I'm terrible with names. But I know where I'm going, sort of. What's that one? Forsaken? We can do that. Let's maybe clear the area first though. Probably getting close to Nemesis with beasts, maybe? Maybe not. This is only elite, I guess. It's probably fine. Let me have a look. Beasts, we are already at Nemesis with beasts. Damn. I did not notice that. Alright, so we need to be on the lookout for Kuba. For Kubacabra. Could be around every corner. Or I guess any corner, he's only going to be around one of them. Alright, blueprints, Aetherlord's Signet. I'm pretty sure I've had 3 of those. Or at least 3 parts of that set. Right, that's actually mildly terrifying, knowing that I have to look out for Kubacabra now. If I do run into him, I'm probably just going to either run away if I can, or reset the session. Because this character is not killing a Nemesis at this point. Having said that, did just get a whole bunch of new gear to play with. So, I don't think we can kill Kuba, but I might give him a shot, maybe. I think we'd be okay as long as Ascension is active, but then we would have to run away as soon as Ascension wore off. And even with Ascension, we may have issues with him. He does heal a lot as well, so we'd have to be moving him off of his puddles. I don't know, it'd be interesting. Hopefully we won't run into him and I don't have to discover if the build can survive or not. So I don't have the map open personally at the moment, but once you start getting Nemesis spawns in your game, it's probably a good idea to have it open. This is Laria, Laria's house. We don't need to go there yet. It's probably a good idea to have it open, just so as, you know what, I will open it now, so you can see where the potential spawn locations are. So this cave we just went into, Kubacabra has a potential spawn location literally just in front of that door. And so it's possible I could have been standing here or sitting here talking about how you should have the map open so you can see where he spawns and he doesn't surprise you and herpa derpa derpa, and then just walk straight into it. So Kuba spawns pretty much everywhere in the bog, in the Ugdenbog, and also all around Barrowhome. This guy is everywhere in this entire act. That said, he is fairly likely to spawn in the Ancient Grove if he's going to spawn anywhere. I think it's about 25% of the time he'll be in the Ancient Grove. So potentially he'll be in there and we'll never see him, because I do not plan to do Ancient Grove on this difficulty. What was that? Bismeals? Bismeals Domination. Okay. Yeah, so I don't plan on doing Ancient Grove on Elite. I'll probably wait until Ultimate and do it then. So potentially he's in there and we never see him. Could also be true that he is in one of the earlier areas in the Ugdenbog section, or the Gloomwald section, and since we're not going back there, we may not see him. But just knowing that he's out there waiting for us, mildly terrifying. Alright, so let's go whack us a plant. Silvaria is just here. Alright, Silvaria is dead. Let's get out of here. What was that actually? I definitely need to get better at checking these before I just go dashing into things. That one, it turns out, was probably not a massive problem, but I do definitely need to start looking at those. Alright, so when we come out, Chupacabra didn't spawn at this location, so I believe that means he can't spawn there. Once you've been to a location, I'm pretty sure it rolls for him to spawn or not, and then it's locked in. So we're fine to come outside, but there is another spawn location just around the corner to the north, and wouldn't you know it, that's the way we're going. So I think just here is the next spawn location where he can be, and then we don't have to go searching for the Silvaria's little cave, since we just did that. So we can skip the right side where there is another spawn location. Actually, two another spawn locations. So we can skip those. I kind of do want to go over there, actually. So if you go near a spawn location, it'll roll for it. Hang on a second. Alright, excuse me, sorry about that. If you go near a spawn location, it'll roll to see if he spawned, and if he did not spawn, then he's not going to spawn full stop. And where am I actually? I'm lost on the map. Oh, I'm standing right on top of a spawn location, and another one just here. So he's not in either of these locations. I'm going to skip this quest because it's just an extra little section to do, and I kind of want to not do it. The other one more spawn point before Barrowhome is just over here. I would be able to see him by now. He's just down here. So Nemesis do show up on your map before you get to them, but not super far before you get to them, so you do kind of have to be watching your map if you're just running along, especially if you're using movement skills to cover ground quickly. You potentially will run into them before you know they're there. Okay, so there's Barrowhome. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I'm starting to get towards the point in the game where I'm thinking about re-rolling things. Re-rolling gear at level 94. And to do that you need a lot of bits. Alright, so we're going to remain friendly. Go do his quests. And actually I want to have a look at their loot. I think I want the weapons from them from memory. I need to do a couple of quests for them to unlock that, I think. Okay, so this top section here is Reaper of the Lost territory. We are not going to see him because obviously we are friendly with Barahome. So once we're going to go into the top section here and we will go and find the missing travelers, and we will invite them for lunch. And once we come out of this section, we will do the mine. The mine is sort of the last section of the Reapers area, and then we go back into Kuba territory. So coming down here, this is kind of the cutoff for where the Reaper of the Lost stops spawning above us, and down here it's all Kuba. This is the last potential spawn location for the Reaper. I believe there's no Nemesis in this area. Yeah, looks like. So we just come in here and we squash the crabs. I hope we get all the ones we need to get. Unfortunately, the mines are not particularly interesting. So we're in here to kill a bunch of crabs and obviously the boss at the end of the mines. But in terms of stuff in the mines, there's one treasure trove and there's a couple of walls with mediocre chests behind them, and that's about it. So not terribly interesting. The Gnavaka stings, if you're gonna farm them, I definitely recommend spending a little bit of time on the level 70 ones. You could replace them at level 84, but I'm kind of planning on not replacing them at 84, and then I will replace them at 90 with the Barahome faction weapons, whose name I can't remember at the moment. But that way it just saves me farming another set. So if you spend a bit of time on these ones, get some good ones, you know, attack speed, get maybe some poison procs, something like that, then maybe you won't feel so bad about not replacing it at 84. Here's one of those mediocre chests behind a hidden wall. I was kind of halfway hoping that it would give me something decent, just as a kind of like, you know, don't call me mediocre sort of thing. But sadly it lived it down to its reputation. So last little section here, we got the ghost crabs. And this little section here is... oh, it's not a chest, okay. Thought it was going to be another mediocre chest. We did get a blue out of it. Mask of Delirium. Yeah, it's not very good. +2 to Shadow Strike's alright though. Just not quite as good as the MI we're using. Here's a treasure trove, and right next to an ancient savage totem. That's going to be fun. Alright, you know what, let's do it. Let's turn the loot off though. So those big golems, you do want to be careful of those because the rocks they throw do a ton of damage. Potential one-shot damage, so just be careful about them. Either stay in melee range or pray, basically. If you get hit by them, it's gonna hurt. So, hopefully we get all the crabs. I say this every time I come in here on these videos. I say, like, you know, if you don't get them all, it's probably best to just reset your session and try again. So far, touch wood, you can't see it, but I'm knocking on my head. So far I've been lucky, or thorough, depending on how much credit you want to give me. Alright, watching Ascension, and I'm getting ready to run out of that because I could see the Aether was pulling on the floor. Okay, I think we're done, and it's time to get out of here. Hopefully we got everything we came here for, all of the little crabs. I think there was one little section near the door that I'm going to hit on the way out. I think I missed one of the doorways, or one of the potential paths from the doorway. So I'll hit that on the way out. And then we go back to worrying about Chupacabra. Let's just go back. So I think, yeah, over here we had some crabs. And we have a reflective crab, which is not something I really want to deal with. Alright, I think that should be everything from this cave. Everywhere is uncovered, so fingers crossed. Okay, where are we? Here we go. So, coming up in this next section of the Ugdenbog, outside of Barrowhome, there are four, something like that, potential Chupacabra spawn locations. First one is just down here. I think I would be able to see him. Yeah, he would spawn on here if he was going to spawn. The second one, I think I also should be able to see him. What is that fear proc? Is that the... not sure what that is. I think it's just here, on this little island here. So half of the spawn locations checked, and he's not here for half of them. Let's go get our lunch organized over here. Not so much for the character, but for the Barrowhomites. Alright, so we shove them through a rift and they get taken away for processing. Oh yes, so I've just hit 73. I put points in the bar up to 32. Put 1 point in... 1 point or 2 points into Merciless Repertoire. I'm going to max this. That is a lot of poison damage there. So I'm happy to spend the points on that. That will probably be the last skill we max before we head into the Blade Spirits, and then after that it's just going to be adding a point here and there. Let's get the Leafmane Alpha Horn. I don't think I got the Basilisk Venom, so I'll probably have to go kill more Basilisks. Right, where are we? Okay, one more Kuba point here. I think we were close enough that we didn't see that. We would have seen him, rather. He's not there, that's good. It'd be really nice if one of these basilisks would drop. Beautiful. I just need one, guys. Did it drop 3, or did I just not pick it up? Maybe I already had one. Alright, so there's one more spot that could potentially be a Chupacabra spawn. Kinda hoping he's here. He's not here. He would have been just here. Alright, that's unfortunate. So we still don't know where he is. Still running around at large, waiting around the corner for us to come out. Let's head back to Barrowhome, turn these quests in, see if our luck's holding up with the crab cave. Let's see, seem like the right thing to do. Alright, we know where the survivors are. They're gonna get it. Okay, good, we got all the crabs. Beautiful. So we'll go talk to our good friend Scorv here. No we won't. What did we miss? Okay, I'm confused now. What did I miss? Not him. Not him. Maybe I just have to talk to Scorv. Okay, there we go. So we got the fetish as well. And this one wants us to go to, I think, Ugdenbog, and then head north for Laria. And yes, that is indeed where we're going. Alright, so we'll go get Laria, do some turn-ins. Maybe get 74. There's a lot of quests, but I don't know if they're worth 80% of a level at this point. So at this point, the Coven is, I think, revered. Where are they? Coven of Ugdenbog. Pretty close to revered, actually. And Barrowhome is just hit honored. So first thing we have to do is go and get the writ from them. We are not going to kill her. That'll get us a Wendigo spirit. Right, as I was saying, we're going to go get a writ to boost our reputation gain with them, and have a look at the chest armor and shoulder armor, because I don't love these shoulders. I know there's a poison set for the chest and shoulders from Barrowhome, and we should be able to buy them at Honored. Let's just... I forgot about all that. I have to sell that at some point. Alright. Sell it or blow it up, that is. I think we're a little bit short on scrap. It's poison stuff, which is nice. Alright, so we've got that, and then... Oh, here we go. Level 65 stuff. Could be okay. Wild chest guard, so we would be taking a reduction in armor, but we would be getting some relevant skills. And alien vitality. The vitality resist really don't care about, so that's fine. How is the elite version looking? There it is, Wendigo Vial, blah blah blah. Level 90, so we've got a little ways to go for that. We can buy the weapon now though. Where is it? That one, Wendigo Jawbone. So actually that's 84, I had thought that was level 90. So we will be using those at level 84. They are pretty expensive though. Usually most faction items are not that expensive, but yeah, that's going to be... is it? Actually, I'm looking at that. It's physical damage is less than Ganavakar's sting. Slightly more attacks per second, but we'll have to have a look at 84. Anyway, let's eat that writ. We'll go talk to Skorv. And I am actually going to do this quest. So I will gather the hearts. Right. Let's go and... I'm cheating again, I can't remember exactly where they are. I remember one of them. Okay, so we're heading into the Gloomwald. And you know what that means. That means watching out for Chupacabra again. So I now have 2 different maps up. Where's the other one? Just there. So the 2 houses, and then, yep, cool. Alright. Whenever I've been farming, you know, you get to level 100 or whatever and you start farming, there's, I think, 2 or maybe even 3 spawn locations through here for Chupacabra, and I see him constantly in this section. He's not here today, which is good. I'm okay with that. Right, so this house here, I think it is. Out the back here. That's Pakwa. Okay. Not here. Seems unlikely to be here as well. We'll continue down this road. There's one more spawn, or one more potential spawn just down here. Nope. Wait, yes, okay, got one. Alright, give me all the fun stuffs. Okay, next up. So, Olivioth, I think his name is. Go to the Ugdenbog Rift, and we're heading south. We're going to be heading over here. So we've already been through here in this particular session, so I don't have to worry about Chupacabra jumping out of the, you know, from behind one of these plants or anything like that. Alright, not that one. Next up we go to Barrowhome, and again, we've been through here, so we don't have to worry about Kuba. Also, I'm probably a little bit more scared of Kuba than I need to be. Here is Olivioth. And there goes Olivioth, okay. So, next up we have Yuvaloth. Where is that? That's actually a fair way south. Okay, we'll head to Coven, and then we'll run outside. We'll be back for you guys, don't worry. A little bit of a trek for this one, but it's definitely worth it. Get the reputation. which we will need for level 90. There we go. I would like to know what's causing the fear on those guys. So I didn't think I had anything that did that. Okay, there we go. And that's him out of the way. Those shelters are actually not horrible either. Okay, back to Barrowhome. And we'll go turn this in. So we have summoned Ravager. Or we will have, I guess, once we do this.
The stench of. Yes, he should. It is Ravager.
Okay, a Nemesis relic that we already have. You know what?
The massive who shall serve? Yes, young Orin.
Bring forth the Ravager. There we go. Alright. And that's it. We're done with these guys for now. So Barrowhome up to Honoured halfway through. We're going to kill a lot of Chthonians coming up here soon. But that'll be for next episode because we're pretty much done here. I'm going to head back to the Coven, do all these turn-ins, and then that'll be it for today's episode. And before anyone asks in the comments, no, I'm not going to fight the Ravager. I choose life. So, okay, all that's done. They should be revered now, right? Right? Where are they? Coven of Ugdenbog, revered. Cool. Do we get anything from them at revered? Ellie Res, Pierce and Chaos. That's not bad. And these augments. The Coven's Bane is actually not horrible. Certainly not amazing either. Basilisk Gaze is decent for jewelry. That's fine. Where are we up to for quests? Speak to the Guardian over here. I'm gonna... Actually, I will do this now. Right, that's all 74. Let's go restore her wards. And then we'll end the episode on that note. Level 74, 2 more points into there. Okay, where's our little ghost? Here he is. Okay, now we run south. There's another one pretty much in line with this, slightly to the east though. Here he is. Still want to know what's causing that fear. I didn't think I added anything that would do that. Just trying to think what it could be. This is usually something I would associate with like a relic proc or I don't know. None of this changed. That's all the same. Helmet, but Prismatic Diamond doesn't do that. New weapons, maybe? Venom Claw, no. No proc there. Those are just magical. No. And what do we get here? Pretty sure this is just applied to our attacks, so it's not that either. Didn't add anything else. Devotions haven't changed in forever. Actually, you know what? It could be Ugel, maybe. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. If anyone knows, tell me in the comments, because I have no idea. Web scale, nope. Yeah, I'm definitely out of ideas as to what it could be. Let's go ahead and do this next quest as well. Okay, and I believe that is the last quest we have available. Okay, what do we get? Glyph of Kel'Thuzad. I feel like I get that every time I kill, or every time I do this. Wonder if that is, actually a set reward.
See anything you like?
Alright. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. Okay.
See you around.
Let's go ahead and stash all this. Ooh, a skeleton key. Haven't had one of those on this character yet, I don't think. Right. And we'll probably blow those up or sell them at some point. And I'm going to keep putting points into cunning, so 31 in there now, 5 in spirit, and 40 in physique. I probably should put another 5 into spirit, but we'll see how we go. We have plenty of reset potions for attributes and also devotions. Yeah, right. Let's call that the end of this episode, and next time we'll head on through to Malmo. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and bye for now.